A man decides to shoot a teen who's returning an air gun to the sporting goods store. Shot him 6 times. Put up the picture. Seattle man decides to shoot and kill a teen returning an airsoft gun to a sporting goods store. Shot him multiple times in the back. After assuming this just must be a robber. Aaron Brown Myers faces second-degree murder and assault in connection with the death of a 17-year-old named Hazrat Ali Rohani. According to a criminal complaint, Myers was in the store's parking lot that day when he saw the 3 boys walk in front of his parked car. He told police that as a licensed security guard, he conducts overwatch at that location while his son attends martial arts class next to Big 5. He wasn't on official guard duty that day, but claimed that he saw one of the boys passing by his car with the Glock and assumed that the teens were going to pull off an armed robbery at one of his shops nearby. He told detectives he didn't have time to call 911 and felt, quote, duty to act, end quote, so he confronted them. Myers alleged that when he approached the teens, they ignored his commands and he thought one was going to kill him. Now remember, he's the aggressor, he's the person approaching, he's an individual that's actually armed with a real gun, okay? And he says he's the one who's disadvantaged here. But authorities say that Myers, the story he gave us does not add up with the surveillance footage. It shows what it shows, and that he was the one who was escalating the situation with more and more violence, according to the complaint. Sounds like he just wants to kill somebody. According to the Seattle Times, surveillance video shows Myers confronting the teens with his gun already raised. One boy immediately put down the airsoft gun he was carrying to raise his hands. Myers tackled that child to the ground, pinned him there, and then pointed his gun at the young Rohani. As the teenager backed away from his arms, with his arms raised above his head, he turned away and Myers shot him 6 times in the back, once on the side. Come on. This was a baby, a child, who was simply returning an item he legally had access to. An individual comes up with such an extreme narrative, starts putting together dots that don't even exist, assuming the absolute extreme worst about another human being who happens to be a child. The young man died at the scene. He had his hands up and he had his back turned. He had already put down the airsoft pistol and walked away. It's not worth dying over. It's not even what you think it is. It's not a Glock. His friends told police they were going to Big 5 to return or exchange the airsoft gun because it was malfunctioning. USA Today reports. Another child also brought his airsoft gun to report a magazine issue to employees. The teen said they told Myers multiple times that the guns weren't real. One child said he heard Rohani calling for his mom. And Rohani tried to run to call 911 before he was gunned down. You see, this to me was a cold-blooded murder. It's my opinion. And we're seeing these extreme stories. Somebody knocked on the door. It's a black kid, 12 years old. Boom, shoot him. Somebody parked in the wrong parking spot. Let's come outside with our guns raised. This is the collective unconscious demonstrating their level of extreme behavior in that state of being unconscious. These individuals are so unconscious. They literally have a campaign to stop woke. Think about that.